Welcome back to the podcast, the greatest podcast in the world. Danny, where do you get your hair cut from?
A barber shop in town?
Yeah, by any chance, is it with the supercuts, great
No.
clips, any of those?
No, I go to like a non-chain. It's like a one shop.
Okay. So, do you think the greatest Tekken player, or arguably one of the greatest Tekken players ever, got his haircut from supercuts? Because, oh lordy, did it break FGC Twitter? I have never seen a haircut be so bad.
Dude,
that
it looks
all
like
of
they messed it up
FGC
on purpose, almost.
Yeah,
I'm like, there's no
they
way
look-
he cut that and was like, yo, this looks good. Like the barber. There's no way the
Exactly.
barber was like, yo, this is it. Like,
there's no way, right? There's no way. So if you guys don't know what we're talking about, Arslan Ash on Monday posted a picture of him getting a haircut, and he quoted it with "fresh fade, game strong." And we're gonna post the picture right here, or if you haven't seen it, we're gonna be posting it, or you can look. You just go on his Twitter and check it out.
yeah, I'll put
But-
it right here.
Yeah, but holy shit, that is not a fade. I don't know what the fuck this barber
There's like
did.
a random like piece like right here that's like
Yeah,
not
it's
connected
like
to
that.
everything. Like
Like what
I
is this
wonder
hair?
if that picture was taken like midway through the cut or something. Like there's no way that's the final product, right?
There's no way that's the final cut because there's no way because I haven't seen him post a picture of himself at all after this. Like, is he too embarrassed? Because I don't know. Because he also quote tweeted it with that was, wait, what does a fade mean in the US exactly? So now everyone's like, brother, you need to come back to the US. We got to get you right.
Maybe when he's here for Evo in Vegas, he should get a haircut in Vegas.
Exactly. So I don't know, because we usually have our yearly Evo event. So if he's attending it, we'll ask him ourselves when we see him.
I don't know. I think it might be a touchy subject to just ask him,
It might be-
where
no, it
the
might
fuck
be
did you
something-
get your haircut?
Yo, brother, come here. Let's talk. Well, do you think he's gonna fix? I mean, what? It's gonna be for 2 months from now.
Yeah, he's not.
So you
gonna
think
get
it's
the
good?
haircut.
You think he's gonna get a haircut again right before? He has to get a haircut right before
Yeah.
Evo. It's
Yeah.
gotta look good, right? So we gotta ask him again when we talk to him. Like, yo, what's up? What's going on with the haircut, brother? Yeah, but I think we have to ask him though. When he comes to the event, the pre-Evo event, we gotta ask him though. But no, that I think that was the first time I've seen FG, like, it wasn't just Tekken FGC. It
Yeah,
was
a lot
all of
people were roasting
FGC.
him.
All of FGC was like, there's no way this was a real haircut. Because, like, dude, come on. Like, come on, Arslan. You are with a Saudi org. You're one of the greatest Tekken players ever.
Dude,
And
if
you
you
think-
saw him at fucking Combo Breaker, he had that Arslan cash. Like, there's no fucking way that he
Come
didn't-
on, bro. You were farming so much aura, and then you lost that shit, or lost a lot of it, when you fucking posted that haircut. Like, I don't know where he got this haircut from. Because when he said, oh, what does a fade mean in the US? I don't know what that means. So, like, I don't know if he got it in the US or he didn't get it in the US. I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
But if he didn't get that if he got that haircut outside the US, never again. He should only come to the US, take like a day trip, get a haircut somewhere, and then yeah. This is why you got to stick with one barber the entire time. But yeah, no, that was a really good 2 days on Twitter for FGC. Holy shit. But no, that was amazing. That was honestly, that was the funniest news out of everything that happened. But we are gonna see him in CEO in Florida. That is gonna, I don't know when CEO. I think it's in
That's
about
like-
a week or so.
Yeah, that's like this weekend or this coming
This
week.
weekend. Yeah, I think it's this coming
Like,
week.
we're
so
not
it's
gonna see him. He's just gonna.
He's just gonna be
there.
attending. So let's see if he's gonna rock a cap or he's gonna rock his hair out. So, let's see what's gonna happen there. But no, that's it. That's the FGC news. And then we got Elden Ring news. So I know Elden Ring has been out for a little bit now. Nightreign.
It's been like 2
Me and Danny have
not
been
even
playing
2
it.
weeks.
Not even 2 weeks, like under 2 weeks. But me and Danny have been playing it. We beat everybody. So we got everybody and we beat them. I think the game is fun.
Game is fire.
The game is actually fun for what it is. I know everyone's giving it like a 7 out of 10 and all that, but I think people don't understand. This is not like a full-fledged Elden Ring game. It's just a roguelike. And I think they knocked because I'm a huge fan of roguelikes. I've played a lot of roguelikes, and this has to be one of the best ones when it comes to like the way the loop effect of it and how
Mhm.
they do the repeat like with the bosses and everything and the different characters. They all play completely different, which is really nice to see. Um, so I think the game is actually very fun because I know they are planning for DLC and they are planning for new bosses. The only issue is after you beat all the bosses and the final boss, it feels like okay, what else is there to do now? You can do the remembrance, which is like the character quests, but after that, it's like what else is there to do now? You know what I mean?
See, I also do think though, like, I mean, me and you started it from the beginning together. We
Mhm.
played pretty much the entire game together. I played a bit more solo, but it took me like 30 hours, maybe a little more, to beat everybody, like to finish it. But I feel bad, like our friend who played, since we already beat most of it and then we played again through, we just knew how to beat everything. So him,
Yeah.
he's like, well, I did everything, and his playtime is like 9 hours. So I feel like it's most fun if you go in with someone who's never played it before, um, so that you don't just like get carried kind of through it. But
Yeah. I think
game, it was fire.
it's good. My thing is right is the issue with it is there's it's very hard to do a lot of loop element to it because that's what roguelikes are. You need a loop element, right? So like with Hades, I think Hades does it really really well. Where it's very hard because you start off very weak in the beginning, and then after a few playthroughs and after it like basically forces you to play the game multiple times or go to so many runs at once that you're forced to play the game and you're
Mhm.
forced to improve. So what my thing is, right, is I'm not saying like it's a bad thing, but I feel like there's not enough loop element when it comes to Night Rain. I think that's the only thing I have to say about it. I feel like there needs to be more loop elements, such as maybe like a difficulty or like maybe make it harder.
Yeah, I
Adding
think they need to add some
some
sort of
sort.
like modifiers or something. Like,
Yeah,
it would be
there has to
cool
be
if
some.
like you have to finish everybody. You beat everyone, and then you get like a thing that comes up, and like maybe you get more rewards with how many more difficulty things come up. Like you won't these kinds of weapons won't drop, or like bosses have more health or something like something to make it tougher and more replayable. But
Yeah,
I also feel like that kind of stuff though, like me, I'm a Souls fan and a FromSoft fan. Like I'm gonna keep playing Elden Ring Nightreign like over and over and over again. Like I don't care. I love the game and I'm just gonna keep playing it. But I
mhm.
feel like a lot of people that like aren't mega fans, then it's like they're gonna beat everyone and go, I finished it. Which is fine. And I guess you kinda did. But
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
that
I
this
guess
game is like if you're like a mega fan, this is like peak. But if
yeah.
you're like a cat, like you played through Elden Ring once when it came out or something, and then this is the first time you're picking up a Souls game since, then it's like you're probably gonna go through it and go, took me 30 hours, I'm
Yeah,
done.
I think
Or
I,
even
it,
less if you're better than
it's
I
not a
am.
bad thing because no, it's yeah, I 100% agree with you on that point. It was just for me because like I'm a big roguelike, right? So I
Yeah.
love roguelikes and I'm looking at it from like a previous roguelikes I've played before, and this is what I'm like seeing from it. I just think that there could be better options. Maybe if they added more. I think the bosses they had was a good amount, yes, but I feel like maybe if they should added like a little bit more after you beat everybody, maybe like I don't know, like a Melania type of boss, where
Hmm.
like you can only be like find her after you do like a few things, and then maybe fight bosses in a certain order or something, and you unlock a secret boss of some sorts. I think that would be kind of sick to do, or of some sorts, or maybe there's like an achievement for like I don't know, beating all. I think it was 9 bosses, right?
Yeah,
With the
yeah.
final boss. If you beat all 9 bosses in one run without dying or like losing at all, I think there's like if they added more loop elements of like that sort, so I think it would be really sick, like a continuous thing. Like
Yeah,
for
yeah.
example, you go to one boss and then you instantly get thrown into the other arena with the like the other wave with the second boss. It's
Hmm.
like a continuous
Oh, like a
thing.
boss
Maybe
rush kind of thing. That
Yeah,
would
like
be
I think
cool.
it would be sick. Like it would be something sick like that they could add. Again, they have a lot of plans for the future of this game, and we're expected updates. I think what in the next few months. Who
I
knows?
have no
Maybe.
idea. They said they're
Well,
working on it.
they're working on it, so we got to see what kind of updates they're coming up with. Again, I'm really hopeful. I do want to play this game more often. It's just like I need to find another reason to, because this
Something
game is super fun.
something with the game that I feel like this would be such a simple change that would like make it so much more replayable is when you're playing and you beat someone and you get to pick like what weapon you get after that. They should have so far less chance to get weapons that are good for your character. Because I feel like every single time we play, it's like it doesn't even matter if you get the thing that's like the weakness or whatever of the boss. As long as it's like
Yeah.
your weapon type, like you're probably fine. I feel like they should make it like so much harder to find like your character's preferred weapon so that you have to like play differently. Because I feel like when I play, like I play the Wilder, and it's just like I get a great sword every time, and that's just what I rock. And like
Yeah.
every great sword works the same, unless you get like one of the like the special ones or something. But I feel like
Yeah.
they would if they made it so like your character, the preferred weapon drops like has like a 25% chance instead of like a 75%, so that
Yeah.
you're forced to improvise a bit more.
I would agree in that kind of sense too. Because for me, it's like I would always get like one of the like I think after day two, I already have a set weapon, what I want and everything, and I just boost stats basically, or I'm getting like
Mm.
passes from other weapons, because I play the Raider, so I love that guy. The Raider's super sick because I get to like poise break every character. I get poise break anybody and everybody in that game, which is so much fun to do. Because there'll be times where like one of his first ability is that he does a stomping thing, but it's the you can't stomp. You have to build up so you have to do it multiple times on the boss for you to do the one big ability where you just do a big slam to somebody for
Hmm.
people who haven't played the game. And that's really fun to do because you get to poise break them, and then I'll tell Danny I'm about to poise break him, and then Danny will go and ult, and then he's just stuck, and then we just keep beating the shit out of him, and we just
Yeah.
keep doing rinse and repeat. So it's a
Yeah,
lot of fun. Like
if
I
you have
think,
like good people to play with, it's a lot of fun.
yeah, like I think at one point, I think the final boss when we were playing, um, we I did my first ability, I backed him up, and then you did your ult. You stance broke him. You did an executor on him. Then we just kept throwing abilities at him, and then he just wasn't able to move like the second half of his health bar.
Hmm.
Like he was just stuck there, which was a lot of fun again. But I'm just saying, like, I feel like there should be like a different, like again, like we talked about earlier. There should be a modifier. There should be a ways to play the game differently, and there should be different kind of ways to like, again, play the game. Is what I
Yeah.
would say. Um, but I think that's it. Again, the game is great. Don't listen to what people have to say. Play it like it's a roguelike because that is the intention of the game.
I
It
don't
is a
even
roguelike.
know like who's hating on it because it's not
Like
like
there's
Souls
no reason to
fans,
hate it.
like the FromSoft fans aren't hating on it.
Yeah.
Like I don't,
Miyazaki's not even is not even
yeah,
like
yeah.
touching the
But
game.
I don't know,
He's not
like
involved.
I see hate for it, but I'm like who like if you hate this game, then it wasn't made for you. Like straight
Yeah.
up. Like
It's the same argument where people are like, "Oh, I can't play Expedition 33. It's a turn-based game." But I'm like, "No, like you actually have to play the game because you will understand how good the game is when you play it."
mm,
Like Nightreign, I didn't think I was gonna get like that addicted to the game, but then I'll have like days where I'll be like, "Nah, I want to beat the more
you're
bosses.
thinking
Like I want
about it
to."
while you're at work.
Yeah, it's like, man, this is like fun as fuck. I want to play the game, and like, it's like I like how they brought elements of like the older bosses from other games. They brought it in, like Nameless King. What the fuck was that one boss? The one that you
The
can cut off the
dancer.
tail.
Oh, the centipede demon.
Yeah, that was kind of sick because like he was from Dark Souls 1, I
Yeah.
believe. There's a Dark Souls 3 boss, Nameless King, and but they modified it to make it where it's like present. And they weren't like Nameless King was not easy. By the way, he's not like they brought Nameless King, but he wasn't even the final boss. He was like a
Yeah,
boss to get to the final boss.
yeah.
So that's what it was like, kind of fun because like you beat the dragon, it's like, oh shit, nah, that's his first phase. He has a second phase where he just starts throwing hands at everybody,
Mhm.
which was insane. But I think like it's fun to bring that. I feel like they could do more with that. I don't think so. They have a single Bloodborne boss, right?
No.
No, they don't have a single blood. It's only
Not
Dark
really.
Souls bosses they have.
The
So it's like it
blood.
would
I
be
feel like the Bloodborne ones would be like too. aesthetically different.
Yeah,
It's not like dark fantasy like Elden Ring is. It's more like gothic horror and like Lovecraftian horror. Like it's just like it would they I think they would look at a place.
yeah. I think it's just it depends on where I think they could work. I mean, I think the only thing you can add is like a Sekiro boss. I think Sekiro is just way too different. The bosses, like it's impossible. I don't think so. You
Yeah.
can add it to
It
it.
like straight
But
up
I feel
wouldn't
like
work.
I think a Bloodborne. I think some Bloodborne bosses would actually work. If you gotta make it different. I mean, they have to play differently,
Hmm.
100%. They're not gonna play a 1-to-1 like Bloodborne, but they would play differently, and I think you can make it work. So I'm kind of curious to see what they would do with Night Rain. But again, the game is super fun. It's gonna be great. But yeah, that's it for the news
Well,
this week.
there's other news that I completely forgot about until like a minute
Oh,
ago.
what news, Danny?
Silent Hill 1 remake is confirmed.
Yes, Silent Hill 1 remake. So I am not a big horror game guy, so this is all Danny because I don't play many horror games, but I do know about the Silent Hill series. They
Yeah.
are very, very renowned.
They remade Silent Hill 2 last year. Last October I think it came out,
Yeah,
and it was amazing. Actually, so good. Completely different from the old game. I mean, Silent Hill 2 came out in like 2002 or something. Like it's an old game
yeah.
anyways, but the remake they did, so they got the same team to do Silent Hill 1, and I can't I don't think I played Silent Hill 1. If I did, I was very young and probably too young to have played it.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the same level of fame as Silent Hill 2, but I'm sure that if they did such a good job with the remake of 2 that they're gonna do a good job with Silent Hill 1. So
Yeah,
lots of Silent Hill to look forward to. They didn't
I think a
say
lot of remakes.
when it's coming out, but then what? Silent Hill F is coming out in September. I think it's like
I
September
really hope that
25th.
with the hype that's happening, I might just play that game alone. Like I don't know if I'm gonna play the previous Silent Hill, but with the hype it is, and like them having a disclaimer where it's like, hey, this might be a little too much for
Yeah,
most
yeah.
people. Which I'm like, what are you adding that's gonna
I
be too much?
I feel like that's got to be for show. There's no fucking way.
Yeah, there's like,
There's been
what
some
can you
fucked
add?
up stuff in a lot of mainstream horror games. So unless this is like
Yeah.
crazy crazy, I don't know.
I feel like I don't know. I think like I know Dead Space is more actiony than horror, but like I feel like there's a lot of fucked up shit in Dead Space too. But they never added anything like that. So like now I need to know like what insane psychological or fucked up thing you're gonna put in Silent Hill F that literally says, yeah, if you're feeling uncomfortable, turn off the game. Where they tell you to turn off the game. Like when
Hmm.
has a company ever told you, hey, turn off our game? In any sense,
Yeah.
which is kind of insane. So I'm excited for Silent Hill F. You know, I think it's like a big year for. I think it just last couple of years has been a big W for horror fans.
Yeah. The I'm glad that they're redoing Silent Hill 1, and I'm glad that there's a lot of hype for Silent Hill F because like the reason why AAA studios don't usually make horror games is because they don't sell super well, but I really hope that like this new Silent Hill sells super well and is really good so that more studios will be inclined to do it. Because
I
even
think
though
it's also
like Silent Hill 2 was like critically acclaimed, like the remake was critically acclaimed and like great reviews, everyone thought it was fire. It didn't like if you look at Silent Hill 2 and then you look at the sales numbers of like other Konami games, then like it's kind of really far back because they're a bit nicher. But if the new
yeah, yeah,
one does well and it puts up some numbers, then maybe we'll get some good fucking new Silent Hill games
yeah. We'll
or
see.
new
I'm
horror.
excited.
I hope like AAA horror games like come back because they were so good in like what the mid to late 2000s, like when Dead Space was
Yeah,
coming
I
out
mean,
and
they kind of
stuff. And
kind
then
of
they
died
turned
out.
them all into action games. Like Resident Evil was
Yeah,
fire,
now it became
Dead Space
actiony.
was fire, but then and even like Silent Hill was fire, and then they turned them all like that's because COD started getting really popular. Like COD Modern Warfare 1, COD Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops around that time, and then everyone wanted to be COD, so they made all their games actiony. But
Yeah, which is like not a bad thing, but it's also like I think like even the newer Resident Evils too, were
they're
like
horror oriented. They're so
they are horror oriented, but there's a lot of action to it too. It's not
yeah,
just horror oriented.
it's more interactive.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean they said about Resident Evil 9 is gonna be more horror-y than actiony, so we got to see how
Yeah.
that what's that gonna be like. But again, it's gonna be exciting. I can't wait. We're gonna see a lot of great games coming out. But other news is that me and Danny are gonna be in Toronto from the 19th to the 23rd. So we're gonna be attending Masters Toronto. We're gonna be going to the 20th match, the match on the 20th, which is the lower finals.
Yep.
So, oh yeah, if you're gonna be there, say hi to us. We're gonna be there. We're gonna be there basically from the 19th to the 23rd. So if there's any events anybody wants to tell us about, we'll definitely attend. We're gonna try to attend every Valorant-esque either cafe, watch party, event, or anything. We'll try to hit them all.
Yep.
Because it's like, why not? Because we have a lot of mutuals also that are over there, so we get to meet a lot of people we've never met before. So it's gonna be exciting. Also, thank you for QOR Gaming for sponsoring this episode. Check out QORgaming.com/shop. I have this is not the shirt, but
Oh, you
yeah,
just lied.
I thought I had the shirt on, but I don't. I had it on yesterday. But thank you for QOR Gaming for sponsoring it, and